Yeah, very good afternoon. You're welcome back to Kenny Park and Athenry, the second of our double header action here in the Galway Senior Hurling Championship. This time we move to Group 1 of the Senior A Championship, where we see Clarinbridge taking on Killimordaly as Paul Fahy, the referee, is the man in charge in the middle of the field for this. Busy day for Paul, having done line in the first game as well. Needs to take on a drop of water out there. The rain, we can report, has eased a little bit here, but still raining in Kenny Park and Athenry. We had that heavy rain during the first half, or during the first game, right throughout both halves and into the additional time at the end, which saw Ardrahan record a 5-point victory over a fancied Lee Mellows side. But this is all about Group 1 of the Senior A Championship here now. We've got the two captains in the middle of the field, TJ Brennan, the centre half back for Clarinbridge, and the captain, Éanna Ryan, for Killimordaly. And Killimordaly in their green and white have won the toss, so good start for them. I think they'll play from right to left as we look out to it in this first half. So let's have a look at the teams then for this intriguing contest that lies ahead. We'll start with the Clarinbridge team. The team we have is in goal number 1, Aaron Bindon. The full back line of 2, Christopher Bannon, 3, Ian O'Brien, and 4, Oisin Salmon. The half back line of Shane Ryan at 5, TJ Brennan, the captain, at 6, and Shane Bannon at 7. The midfield partnership is number 8, Sean Kilduff, and number 9, Liam Lean. And the half-forward line is Mike Daly at 10, Evan Nyland at 11, and Gavin Lee at 12. And the full forward line of 13, Mark Kennedy, 14, Keane Salmon, and 15, Niall Armstrong. The backroom team, Bonastor, Jarlath Nyland, the Rhinori, Mike Spellman, August Jerry Spellman. That makes up the Clarinbridge team and backroom team. Killimordaly then line out as follows. In goal, number 1, Porrick Daly, 2, Paul Madden, 3, Paul Concannon, and completing the full back line, number 4, Alan Lawless. The half back line comprises Declan Conley at 5, David Concannon at 6, and Ian Cannon at 7. At midfield is the partnership of Paul Craven at 8, alongside number 9, captain Éanna Ryan. The half forward line of 10, Darren Daly, 11, Brian Burke, and 12, Adam Brett. And the full forward line of Luke Linsky, Tommy Earls, and Brian Concannon at 15. The backroom team is manager Nigel Shaughnessy, and the selectors Colin Lynch, former Clare player, and Clement Earls and Seamus Burke. So we're about to have another moment's silence here as well in Kenny Park and Athenry prior to the throw in here. So the PA announcer Jerry Larkin over in the stand just giving the details of the great Billy McGrath being remembered here in Kenny Park and Athenry. We pause for a minute's silence. So the minute silence there, acknowledged by everyone in the ground here, and of course we remember both Billy McGrath and the minute silence we had at the first game in memory of the late Dylan Mullins of Ardrahan, tragically lost his life earlier in New York, or in the US this week, or Canada, I think, exactly where the family were living over there, and they're Yesjay Grow, Anna Mousel, Dylan and Billy. So both sides then getting ready for the start of this game. Referee, as we said, is Paul Fahy. Carl Collins, the linesman, the referee in the previous game. So busy afternoon for the lads here, as well as we'll be keeping a close eye on the start of this game. It's Killimordaly in their traditional green and white hoop jerseys. Clarinbridge in their traditional maroon and white. And Killimordaly playing into the goal down to our left hand side. Already we see a change on the Killimordaly. See number 22 Mark Lally is in. Let's just see that Brian Burke at centre half forward has gone into full forward. We're up, we're on, the action is underway, and straight away Clarinbridge into possession in the middle of the field, and another substitute has started there at the start of the game, Josh Ryan, and number 18 Conor Lee. They're both in the action as well, so we'll keep you up to date as we go along with the changes that have happened prior to the throw in here. But certainly Killimordaly won't want to be giving away too many frees when you've got the calibre of number 11 centre half forward Evan Island. We've seen he's scoring exploits right throughout the last number of years in the Killimordaly shirt and indeed in the Galway shirt, and he likes to strike them from any distance, from anywhere in the field, and Ireland gets a strike in straight away. The umpire goes with the white flag. We've hardly played 40 seconds here, and Clarinbridge have got the opening score of the game. How else? Evan Island, free in the middle of the field, has flown that one up and over the bar, and it's Killimordaly no score. Clarinbridge 1 point, early stages, as Killimordaly now get an opportunity to move the ball forward towards the corner forward. Luke Linsky sends the ball inside. Little bit of space here now for Killimordaly, trying to work a score response back towards Brian Burke. He's beaten to it there, but he won't give up the ghost as he tries to go down over that one. Too many maroon jerseys back there. One of them, the captain, TJ Brennan, gets it off towards the wing forward. Mike Daly now soling out from defence. Referee spotted a foul, and it'll be a free out to Clarinbridge. And Evan Island is going to come back inside his own 65 line for this one. It's Group 1 of the Senior A Championship. Evan Island not bothering with a towel, but he might take on a new sliotar here as the runner for Clarinbridge dispatches the new ball back into his pocket, so not needed on this occasion as Nyland stands over this free. Long way out, playing from left to right in this first half. Nyland already scoring a point, strikes this one high, strikes it in. The umpires have a quick look, but maybe he is human after all as he sends that one sailing out to the right hand side and wide. So 50% return for Evan Nyland so far as the goalkeeper, Pádraig Daly for Killimordaly, launches this one long up towards the D at the other end of the field. Oh, heavy tackle there, just turned into the player, Brian Concannon, the man that's going to be penalised for that one. The man taking up the knock was number 18, Conor Lee. Shane Bannon asking what exactly that was about, but in fairness to Brian Concannon, he turned in towards the player who was turning out, and Conor Lee picked up that knock, but the referee is going to allow play continue now and allow Aaron Bindon to take the free for Clarinbridge. Coming up on 3 minutes gone here in the first half. Clarinbridge 1 point, Killimordaly no score. And maybe there just is a little bit more time required for Conor Lee to get him back in full fettle, but he's going to have to go off, I think, for a little bit of more treatment this side of the field. We also have a half-time score in from Loughrea as well. It's Gart 110, Capitagal 8 points. So maybe Capitagal were kind of well fancied for that opening game against Gart, but I think the weather conditions determining a lot today in the championship games as the ball is drilled forward close to the sideline. Trying to get it there was Niall Armstrong, but too many Killimordaly bodies back there trying to get it away, and it's intercepted there. Armstrong does well now, picks it up, going forward, evades a couple of tackles, gets the ball back outside towards the full forward, Keane Salmon, and the shot comes in from this side of the field. It's gone over the bar. It's an excellent score for Clarinbridge. That one is flying between the uprights. 2 points now to Clarinbridge, no score to Killimordaly. The clock tells us we're 4 minutes gone in the first half, and Clarinbridge got the opening 2 scores. So Killimordaly need to just settle into this game, try and get themselves an early score. Brilliantly caught by Brian Burke at centre half forward, and back out the field it comes. The shot comes in. Is that a good response? It is a great response by the wing forward for Killimordaly. Mark Lally with the point, sailing between the posts. And a good response back and get their opening score. 1 point for Killimordaly, 2 for Clarinbridge. 5 minutes gone in the first half as the ball is drilled up this side of the field. Picked up here now by Killimordaly. Support coming, and the clearance completed and delivered in towards that full forward line again. In over the top, scoring opportunity here for Killimordaly, bearing down on goal. Player goes to the ground, the referee says play on. There's no foul there. Killimordaly players and mentors alike appealing for a penalty. The opportunity came to Luke Linsky, but he was managed somehow to try and get a flick overhead and get that ball into the back of the net, but too many Clarinbridge defenders there, and Paul Fahey quite adamant, quite happy that there was no foul in that small square, And in the end, Clarinbridge get away with one there, because that's the second time now Killimordaly have got inside the Clarinbridge defence. But it's Clarinbridge that lead by 2 points to 1. As the ball breaks out the side of the field, trying to get onto it here. But it's the man wearing number 23 in a maroon jersey, Josh Ryan, sees the ball go out over the sideline. And Karen Collins, the linesman down in front of us, says it will be a sideline ball for Clarinbridge, despite the appeals from the men in green and white. So Mike Daly will take this one for Clarinbridge. Thought about going short, still might do that, and in the end just tries to skip it forward. It might come back to Daly, who sees his attempt at going forward, the ball deflected back outside. Now an opportunity here for Mike Daly, for Clarinbridge, over the shoulder, off the left, high. Oh, comes back off the upright, would you believe it? Not for the first time today. We've seen it, of course, in the first game as well. And the clearance completed to this side of the field. Up to go for it. Killimordaly man there wearing 7 was Ian Cannon. Coming in to try and help there is David Concannon. Killimordaly working the ball on the ground forward towards Brian Concannon. Lovely delivery inside now, in towards the full forward line again. Touchdown there by Brian Burke, but there's a maroon jersey there to offload it out, and the player going to ground, and there the referee said that's a foul on Sean Kilduff, who looks a little bit gingerly there after taking up that knock. And well, we can happily report from Kenny Park and Athenry that the rain seems to have really lightened off now. We may just get a window here for an hour of hurling without the persistent rain. But of course it is very, very slippery underfoot conditions. Difficult for both sides to hold their feet. 7 minutes gone in the first half. There's 3 scores to report. Clarinbridge 2, Killimordaly 1. As the delivery long in over the top, picked up there brilliantly by the Killimordaly man. The referee said there's a chop there. It's going to be a free out. Just a little ticking in the book by the referee, Paul Fahey. After that, he's going to go back for the free for Killimordaly. So, Paul Fahey notes the player's number in the book. And we'll let play continue with a free to Killimordaly inside their own 45-metre line. David Concannon goes long to the far side of the field, looking for a runner over there, but it's the runner of Clarinbridge and midfield dynamo, Sean Kilduff, that comes away with it, sends it long in towards the danger zone this side of the field. Keane Salmon being pulled and dragged in there. Surely that's a free in. The referee says it's free out. Well, the big man at 14 had his jersey stretched in there. The referee didn't seem to see that piece of it, but he did see the overcarrying, according to himself. And Pádraig Daly will come out to take the free for Killimordaly. Eight minutes gone in the first half. 2 points to 1. Last year's beaten All-Ireland, or county finalists, lead by the narrowest of margins here. Long delivery in from Killimordaly. Brian Burke puts up the hand. Thought about swinging off the left, but swings it off the right, and this one comes back off the upright as well. Would you credit it? We've just seen the sliotar in literally minutes at both ends of the field come ricocheting back off the uprights. And Brian Burke, this is possess a man in there, sends the ball across this side of the field. An opportunity now for Brian Concannon to level it up. Brian strikes it high, it's on its way, it's sailing, it's gone over the bar. We're level in Kenny Park. 2 points for Killimordaly, 2 points for Clarinbridge. Brian Concannon, the Galway star, with his opening score of this year's championship, that coming in the 9th minute of this first half. 2 points each. Puck out taken quickly, driven up towards the 45-metre line on the right. Back to try and get to it there was the Killimordaly defender, but it's broken nicely here for Clarinbridge. Ball sent inside. Opportunity here as the player goes to ground. The referee says play on. Clarinbridge not getting the free, but they're getting the pass across. Evan Island now bearing it down on the 21-metre line. Shot comes in low, comes in, deflected out, gone out to the left-hand side and wide. And that's opportunity gone a begging for Clarinbridge. They looked like they had the goal within their sights, but with 9.5 minutes gone in the first half, it's even Steven here at 2 points apiece. Puck out taken again. It goes long in towards the centre half forward channel as batted away there. Clarinbridge man onto it. Player going to ground is the centre half back from Killimordaly. Breaks kindly for Clarinbridge. Looking for the movement inside the field. It might still work its way out here. Scoring opportunity is not gone for it. Instead, it's sent inside by Gavin Lee towards Mark Kennedy. And Kennedy is very close to the in-line on the far side of the field. Goes cross out towards Salmon. That's overhit. Might still work out here. The opportunity could come to Niall Armstrong. Armstrong steps back outside. Loads of support outside. Waiting as the shot will come in from the substitute number 23. That's gone high and over the bar. Excellent score. Well worked. And Josh Ryan picked up the pieces. Got the pass out in the middle of the field. And popped up to fire over. The lead point for Clarinbridge. 2 points Killimordaly. 3 points Clarinbridge. 10.5 minutes gone. The referee just checking that the blood substitute can be exchanged again. So Clarinbridge backs to their starting 15. 3 points to 2 now in favour of the Bridge. Killimordaly take the puck out. Over the far side it goes. Breaking down. Trying to come out for Killimordaly. Player goes to ground. Was picked up by the support player and recycled back towards the wing back who sends the ball in. Taken brilliantly there. Out to Josh Ryan. Now Clarinbridge beginning to hurl with a little bit more impetus out around the middle of the field. Ball's in forward here now. Going to ground. The referee says that's going to be a free in. Hand in the back of the man at corner forward. Wearing 13 of course is Mark Kennedy. And he was sent spiralling towards the ground. So free in. An opportunity now for Evan Island to put 2 between the sides again. 3-2 currently. 11.5 minutes of the first half gone by. As Evan Island, whose 2 efforts on post have seen a return of just 1 point. One of them tailing off to the left earlier, but far more gettable, as we say at this one, just outside the 45 metre line, 15 metres in from the sideline. So we'll see how Evan Island's form is at the moment as he strikes this one and strikes it high. No mistake whatsoever. You could put your house on that one again. That one coming in the 12th minute from Evan Island. It's his second point from a free, and Clarinbridge go back 2 in front, 4 points to 2. Pádraig Daly, the Killimordaly goalkeeper, sending it very close to the sideline down in front of us here as players go sliding into the dugouts. Jarlath Nyland, the manager of Clarinbridge, along with Mike Spellman and Jerry Spellman, the men at the helm this year for the Bridge. They take the sideline quick towards Evan Island. It's given back then towards the wing back, Shane Bannon, who sends the ball over on the far side towards Kennedy. Kennedy be put on loads of pressure over there by Alan Lawless. Killimordaly can mop it up. Back there in the defensive role as well as Adam Brett, whose granddad passed away last week as well, of course. Our condolences to the Brett family on the death of a great Galway GA supporter, Joe Brett. And we remember all the times we met Joe at GA games right across the country. Our SJ Gorawa Anna Musil as a shot comes in from out the field by the number 12 that's gone out to the right hand side and wide. Gavin Lee, the man with the effort there, 2 wides for Clarinbridge. Now lead by 4 points to 2 against Killimordaly. 13.5 minutes gone. Low scoring first quarter, it must be said, but conditions playing a big role in that as Brian Concannon just can't get the hurl in under the ball. Has to battle hard to try and retrieve the situation. Flicks it ahead of himself. Might work out here for Killimordaly. Concannon was looking for the return pass, but it comes back out the field instead, and the shot comes in. And the umpires, they like that one. It's a great score and a great response by Killimordaly. We'll give you the score in a minute when the player turns around. So the man out around the middle of the field, I think he might have scored a point already, Mark Lally. And that's the second one for Killimordaly, if it is Lally. As Killimordaly now in defensive mode. Adam Brett, the aforementioned player a couple of moments ago. We're in the 15th minute here in Kenny Park. 4 points Clarinbridge, 3 points Killimordaly. As that ball is broken inside. Clarinbridge back there in numbers, however. Try to get the short hand passes working and get that ball out. Again, this change of direction to this side of the field. Looking up. Delivery completed in towards that full forward line, which looks dangerous in there, but Clarinbridge taking advantage of a slip up in there. Oisin Salmon still going forward, has time, has space, looking to give the pass away. Mightn't work out. Appeals for a free in there, and does the referee given the free? He has given the free. Advantage was being allowed to the attacking Clarinbridge defender, but in the end it'll be a free straight in front of the post. Bread and butter, you'd imagine, for the centre half forward Evan Island. And a chance to go 2 in front once again as we hit the halfway mark of the first half here. Decent crowd, it must be said, now in for this second game as well. So Evan Island does the business. 3 points to 5 now in favour of the Bridge. And we've gone into the 16th minute. Evan Island makes it 3 personal points for him. And 3 frees. 5 points to 3. Killimordaly trail. And they're on the attack down to our left hand side. Ball in over the top. Chance here now for the corner forward. Bearing down the goal. Needs support. Still going forward. Brought to the ground. Tried to get the pop pass away. The referee said no foul there either. As Linsky, I think it was Luke Linsky that went into the tackle. Killimordaly have been threatening that Clarinbridge goal. But so far remains intact. And at the other end, the ball is overhit towards Mark Kennedy. Out over the line, and that's going to be a sideline ball as Kennedy kicks the ball away towards the exit of Kenny Park, which all results in the sideline ball to Killimordaly. Very much in this contest after 16 minutes, trailing just by those 2 points. In the early stages of another championship game as well. After 15 minutes, Turlockmore 2-3, Cashel 1-1. Both teams producing plethora of goals again in championship meetings as this shot comes in from out the field, tipped away there by the centre half back TJ Brennan. Gets it to his wing back colleague Shane Ryan. Loads of time for Ryan to steady up the options, and his option is to get it right into the full forward line, Oisin Salmon. But again, Paul Madden doing his bit for Killimordaly, the corner back, as it's now back in the Clarinbridge half-back line, but out around the middle of the field now as the shot comes in from the midfielder that's tailing out to the left-hand side and wide. Wide number 3 for Clarinbridge. The last effort coming from Sean Kilduff as Porrick Daly gets ready to take this puck out for Killimordaly. 13 minutes then to go to the break. Clarinbridge 5, Killimordaly 3. Knocked down on the far side of the field. Picked up there by Kilduff, and off it goes to Mike Daly, and Daly down along the line to the corner forward Neil Armstrong. Armstrong still going forward, plenty of time to look at the post off the left high, and Armstrong makes no mistake. It's double scores here now, 6 points to 3 in favour of Clarinbridge as Armstrong becomes the latest Clarinbridge player to score. He had acres of space on the far side of the field, and all that happening in the 18th minute of the first half. 6-3 Clarinbridge lead. Killimordaly with the puck out, taken brilliantly. Popped off here now, and a scoring opportunity from Brian Concannon goes in. The umpires have a good quick look at it. There's no need, we can tell you from here that that's gone over the bar. Brian Concannon with his second of the day reduces it back to 2 points as Killimordaly responded quickly, and they need to stay with these guys, Clarinbridge, and the ball gone out over the sideline down to our right hand side. It'll be sideline ball to Killimordaly. David Concannon eventually goes short down along the line, straight out over the sideline, and it'll be a sideline ball instead for Clarinbridge. Didn't go a couple of metres without going out over the sideline, but it's that type of difficult day for hurling. Mike Daly then, can he do a bit better? Not so much, but it might still work out for Clarinbridge. The striking off the ground is so hard in these winter-like conditions, it has to be said, as the ball is sent in out towards Mark Kennedy. Kennedy now bearing down the goal, takes a strike in, sends it high, sends it over the bar. Plenty of space in there. We're back to a 3-point ball game again. And Mark Kennedy looks lively inside. Got the delivery in, out in front of his man. Made a little bit of space and popped it up and over the bar. All that happened in the 20th minute. 7 points Clarinbridge, Killimordaly 4. As the ball is gathered back in the Clarinbridge defence by Shane Ryan. Tries to take an extra step or two out there. Evan Island gets a slap across, and the referee said foul. Free in to Clarinbridge, albeit way out back inside the other 65. The card and the ticking will go to number 9, Éanna Ryan, the captain of Killimordaly. So 7 points to 4. Clarinbridge lead. We're in the 20th minute, so just over 10 to go of normal time to half time. This group, of course, is Group 1 of the Senior A Championship. We'll keep you up to date as we get updates on the other games right throughout the evening here. Evan Island, just inside his own 65-metre line, is going to have a cut at this one. Strikes it high, strikes it well. And the umpire's having a quick look, and they're happy enough that that didn't go between the uprights. Not a lot in that one, I'd say. So 3 points remains the advantage to Clarinbridge, 7 points to 4. As Killimordaly trying to intercept a Clarinbridge defensive work in there. It's good work in the middle of the field there by Mark Lally, and Lally sends the ball over the far side. Won brilliantly there. Killimordaly now with a little pop pass in going forward there as the player goes to ground. The referee is going to give a free. The advantage has been played. There may not be a need for a free as the point goes up and over the bar. Good work by the referee, Paul Fahey. Paul Craven with the score. Had he gone on and got a goal, it would have even been better for Killimordaly, but he took the opportunity to get the ball over the bar. All that happened in the 21st minute. 7 points to 5. Puck out one on the far side of the field by Gavin Lee. Lee now. Lovely little pop pass up forward towards Evan Nyland. Thought about going towards the goal. Instead decides to go for a point. Strikes it well and strikes it over the bar. Points coming a bit more faster now. 5 points to 8. And Evan Nyland gets another one for his side. 4 for him. The latest from play. There's an opportunity, goes in down the other end. The ball has gone up and over the bar. Killimordaly respond quickly. 6 points to 8. They're staying with them. That's for sure. All happening. As the puck out comes from Aaron Bindon. Straight down the centre channel he goes, but picked out brilliantly there by Declan Connolly to David Concannon. Concannon trying to go forward. His helmet is being held onto there, is it? No. Paul Fahey said yes it was. So upshot of it all is it's going to be a free for Killimordaly. They're going to bring Brian Burke all the way out from full forward to take this one. Brian, of course, has been a sharpshooter for Killimordaly for the last number of years, and he's going to making his way out to back inside his own 65. Dries off the hurl. There should be no problem with the distance for Brian Burke, that's for sure, but it's just these conditions making it very difficult. 22.5 minutes gone. 8 points Clarinbridge, Killimordaly 6, and Burke has an opportunity to make it 1 between the sides. So Burke steadies himself, has one final look at the post, lifts and strikes on its way high towards the post. No bother whatsoever. The umpires know where that's going, between the posts. Brian Burke opens his account for Killimordaly, but more importantly brings it back to a puck of the ball, a 1 point ball game. That was a long range free. They're coming in the 23rd minute as the play continues. Puck out is knocked down around the middle of the field. Killimordaly have got the last 2 points. They trail by a point. Clarinbridge 8, Killimordaly 7. Trying to get onto it there was Killimordaly, David Concannon, but it's broken now here for Clarinbridge. Trying to get it forward, trying to get it up into possession. They've done well to work it out. Still at a very acute angle. The shot will come in from Gavin Lee. That's trailing in, but trailing out to the left hand side and wide. The umpires had quite a good long look at that one, but in the end we're going to have a stoppage for play for an injury to wing forward Adam Brett, who looks to have picked up an ankle injury just down in front of the dugouts here to our right hand side, and we'll keep a close eye on that because Adam certainly pivotal to Killimordaly's efforts and ambitions as we're going into the 24th minute. 8 points to 7, Clarinbridge lead. Adam Brett then gingerly makes his way towards the sideline. Maybe the last piece of action for him. Is there a substitute being introduced as Adam just about able to put a little bit of weight on that injured ankle, and so Carl Collins will allow time for a substitute for Killimordaly. Let's see who comes into the action. This man wearing number 17, Aaron McDonough, will come into the action for Killimordaly. Straight away getting to know Mike Daly. As Mike says, welcome to championship action here in Kenny Park. So just over 5 minutes to go then to half time. Puck out will come from Killimordaly's goalkeeper Pádraig Daly. Straight up the centre half forward channel it goes, but it's won well in there by TJ Brennan. TJ now has to go back to his goalkeeper Aaron Bindon. Bindon then left-handed, strikes it long, close to the sideline this side of the field. Aaron McDonough tries to get up there for Killimordaly, pulled on there, and it goes forward. An opportunity now for the Killimordaly number 22. Sees the ball, would you believe it, come off the cross upright again. The third time in this game so far we've seen a ball ricochet off a post or an upright, and in the end Clarinbridge get away with it. That ball looked destined to go over the bar from Mark Lally, but in the end the referee now giving advantage to Clarinbridge as the strike comes in down the other side of the field. We'll go back for the free, close to the sideline in the far side of the field. Just looking back at that effort from Mark Lally over on the far side has really just denied Killimordaly twice in this first half. The clock will tell us that we're into the final 4 minutes. We have a free on the far sideline close to the stand for Evan Nyland. His side lead by 1, and maybe might just about to be lead by 2 as we watch Nyland standing over this one. Evan Nyland, an opportunity to put Clarinbridge 2 up as we come towards the closing stages of this first half. And Nyland strikes it well, makes no mistake. 9 points to 7 now Clarinbridge lead, as Nyland has now got another free, his 5th of the first half. That will come in the 27th minute for Clarinbridge. 9 points to 7 as the puck out is taken quickly. Up it goes. Killimordaly player goes to ground, calling for a free, and in the end the free is given to Aina Ryan, who's trying to come onto that ball, was somehow deemed to have been pulled back by the Clarinbridge player, and Brian Burke will come out again, this time only as far as the 45-metre line. Probably came out twice as far for his last free from long range, and managed somehow to steer it between the uprights. Brian Burke just tests the breeze a little. And if you own a washateria around Clarinbridge, Athenry areas, you could be very busy tomorrow with the amount of towels that are being used here in Kenny Park this evening. Brian Burke then to bring it back to a 1-point ball game. Brian Burke high, and Brian Burke puts it over the bar. 8 points to 9 now. Brian Burke's second free of the evening here has reduced it back to a 1-point ball game as we went to the 28th minute. Puck out will land out around the centre, picked up by Clarinbridge, who now try and work it forward. Little hand pass off there as the shot comes in from out the field, but that one is tailing out to the right hand side and wide. Pádraig Daly takes it quickly, and too quickly for the referee Paul Fahey's liking, and we'll go back for the puck out once again. So just that 1 point between the sides. Pádraig Daly making his way back into the goal. Now has to figure out where he's going to go with this one. Knew exactly where he was going to go with it a few seconds ago, but pulled back by the referee, taken too quickly. Down top at the centre half forward channel, picked up here by the corner forward. Takes a shot off the left. That's Luke Linsky. Has he got the equalising score? Yes, he most certainly has. And he's been dangerous and busy in the first half, and that's his first point. However, saw a couple of chances earlier, maybe just out of his grasp, but he's got a point and put it flying over the crossbar. And 29 minutes gone, we're level, 9 points apiece. Ball over on the far side of the field. Killimordaly were quite happy with the way they're going at the moment. Clarinbridge maybe not so happy, but they would have come into this as pretty hot favourites in this Group 1 of the Senior A Championship of Killimordaly. Launching it long towards Brian Burke, touchdown there towards Linsky. Brian Burke now with an opportunity, should be a goal. It is a goal. Brian Burke has got a goal for Killimordaly. Wearing number 11, playing at full forward, touched it down towards the corner forward, but in the end he was managed to somehow get inside, and Brian Burke has got the goal here in Kenny Park and Athenry, and that really has turned it on its head a little bit. 1-2 now for Brian Burke. We're in the final minute of the first half. Killimordaly have got the last 3 scores, 1-2 for them without reply, to lead here now by 1-9 to 9 points. Lovely pop pass off towards Brian Concannon. Haven't seen a lot of the Galway Star in this first half. Advantage being played by referee Paul Fahey. Up it goes towards Mark Lally. He decides to go into the centre of the field. The referee said there's no advantage. There probably was advantage. Killimordaly will argue that there was. And Paul Fahey's going to bring it back, despite the Killimordaly player being free in the centre of the field. Was going to have a shot at the post, but the referee is the man, as we welcome our listeners from Galway Bay FM radio to us here at this time, coming up to 30 minutes gone in the first half, and Killimordaly lead here by 1-9 to 9 points, courtesy of that goal by Brian Burke. As we look down to our left hand side. Brian Burke has come all the way out here now to take this, as the game just tips into additional time at the end of this first half. Brian Burke has an opportunity to put Killimordaly 4 points ahead as we come towards the half-time whistle. Maybe a minute or two have added on as Brian Burke drives this one long, drives it high and drives it over the black spot. We told you about him earlier, how good he is on the frees. He also got a great goal as well. And that one coming in the 31st minute. Brian Burke now from that free has got 1 goal and 3 points for Killimordaly. Holy, last year's beaten finalists Clarinbridge, 110 to 9 points. Long way to go in this, however. Long way to go in these championship games, but it's great to see them being played at the way they are. Killimordaly are appealing to the referee. Paul Fahey has decided that it's going to be a free for a throw ball, I think, or a touch on the ground, going over to the linesman on the far side, as the linesman now going to explain to Paul Fahey what exactly happened. Killimordaly looking for the free as both sides are in there. He's going to throw it in, I'd say. It looks like to me he's going to throw it in. David Concannon doesn't want to give the ball back to him, but in the end it's pulled on in there. The ball is thrown in. 1 goal and 10 points for Killimordaly. We're in the second minute of added on time. Clarinbridge 9 points. Brian Burke, the man that comes out with it, he sees his effort though, hooked brilliantly as Oisin Salmon tries to go through 4 or 5 Killimordaly players, put under a bit of pressure as in the end the ball comes back outside. What's the referee going to do? He's going to allow play to continue and go back for the free, I think. Is he here for a chop down across the Clarinbridge player, and the referee Paul Fahey indicating that it will be a free in and an opportunity for Evan Island probably before the half-time break, as the players begin to get to know each other a little bit, as Oisin Salmon, the man that deemed to have been fouled on that occasion, Evan Island wants to get on with it, wants to drive the hurl. Probably told that this could be the last action of the first half here in Kenny Park and Athenry. Group 1 of the Senior A Championship. Evan Island being spoken to by some of the backroom team from both sides. Won't put him off, you can be sure, because Nyland has already scored 5 points for Clarinbridge in this first half. An opportunity then to make it 6 and bring it back to a 3-point ball game as we edge ever closer to the half-time whistle. Nyland stands over this one, strikes it towards the post, strikes it up and over the bar, and that could be the half-time whistle there you hear in the background from the referee Paul Fahey. It is indeed, and Evan Island has got his 6th free that sees a 3-point deficit at half-time. That one coming 2 minutes into the added on time here in Kenny Park, but crucially the difference between the sides will be that Brian Burke goal that came on the stroke of 30 minutes, followed up by a free as well for good measure, and bringing his tally to 1 goal and 3 points. Top scorers: Brian Burke 1-3 for Killimordaly, Evan Island 6 points for Clarinbridge. We've reached the half-time whistle here in Kenny Park and Athenry. Do come back and join us for live commentary of the second half in Athenry. But at half-time in Group 1 of the Senior A Championship, it's Killimordaly that lead at the break. Killimordaly 110, Clarinbridge 10 points. Yeah, very welcome back to Kenny Park and Athenry. Killimordaly, the first team back out for the second half here, leading at the break by 110 to 10 points, courtesy of that goal by Brian Burke on the stroke of 30 minutes. We did have the 2 additional minutes at the end where Burke and Nyland swapped points to leave that 3-point gap between the sides at half time. It's an evening that the light is fading fast here now. We may only be at 6:30 at the end of July, but this is Irish weather at its very best, you could say, or worst. 2 weeks of lovely weather prior to the start of the championship here in Galway, and we get a Friday evening that's wet and a Saturday that's even wetter. But at least hats off to the ground staff here in Kenny Park and Athenry for having the pitch in pristine condition, that we are able to host 2 games. Of course, we had the earlier game as well here that saw Ardrahan defeat a fancied Mellow side by 119 to 211 as we await Clarinbridge now just back out onto the pitch. And of course we have a game gone into injury time as well in Loughrea. Capatagal now lead 216 to 115 against Cart. So we'll be keeping you updated. Turlock-Morley 2-7 to 1-7 at half time in another game as well. And currently Portumna are taking on a Hasker Fohana That's going to be an interesting one as well. With 30 minutes gone there, 8 points apiece. Paul Fahey says we'll get the second half underway. Straight away, it's Clarinbridge trying to eat into this 3-point half-time deficit, get the ball forward, but it's picked up back there by Killimordaly's full-back, Paul Concannon, and he sends it out along the line towards the number 17, Aaron McDonough. Long delivery in by him, in towards the full forward, Brian Burke. Brian trying to go down onto this one, goes to ground, doesn't manage to gather the ball. Instead it's TJ Brennan who's fouled for Killimordaly, or for Clarinbridge, and he takes the free and takes it quickly, delivers it forward towards Neil Armstrong, who got a point in the first half. Killimordaly have numbers back there and bodies back there to get it out towards the middle of the field. Heavy enough tackle there on David Concannon. He goes to ground. Evan Island stops him, player from getting up, and is told to go away unceremoniously by David Concannon. Paul Fahey says, put down the ball, take the free and get the game on. And when Brian Burke come out to take this one, he will come out to take it. We've seen him taking the long range points in the first half as well, and the long range frees, and he's not fearful to come out this distance and take them. So Brian Burke will have the opportunity now at the start of the second half for Killimordaly. I can tell you that that's the final result now from Loughrea. 2-16 for Capatagal, Gart 1-16. So highly entertaining contest there. Indeed, all the games in the Galway Championship thus far have been entertaining and not a lot between the sides. Brian Burke wants to put another point between him and Clarinbridge as he stands back in his own 65-metre line, and Burke lifts this, strikes it towards the post. Has he got the accuracy? You can nail it down, he's got the accuracy. Burke bringing his tally to 1 goal and 4. Long range free again by Brian Burke. He's in this team for a reason and has been for a long number of years. Played 2 minutes of the second half and Killimordaly go 4 up. Clarinbridge now won't panic for sure. They don't do panic. But right now they're being pushed all the way by a Killimordaly team who are hugely ambitious, hugely proud of where they come from. The parish is there too of Clarinbridge, very much hurling stronghold throughout the years. And we have a right good game on our hands here now at the moment as Clarinbridge get the ball to Evan Island. Thought about taking the free. Still going forward, going to go for a point from out the field. Is there advantage being played? That ball has gone to the left and wide. There was no advantage. Clarinbridge might feel that they should have had advantage for that bullback on Evan Island. He had the opportunity. He went for the point and sent it to the left of the post and wide. There's a puck out down this side of the field. Picked up by Clarinbridge, looking for their opening score of the second half. Gone out over the sideline. The sideline ball will be to Killimordaly. The little flick, the linesman explains why it's a sideline ball to Killimordaly, who now lead by 111 to 10 points, 3 minutes into the second half. A hugely busy weekend across County Galway in championship action, as that sideline ball is drilled down along the line, kept in play. Good work by Killimordaly, looking for another score, this time from David Concannon from centre back. David Concannon high, and David Concannon over the bar, extending the lead, 112 now to 10 points. And David Concannon, the centre half back, brings himself forward, gets on the score sheet, and Killimordaly stretches to 5. We're at another half-time score as well in the championship. It's a Haskell 9, Portumna 9, so no separating those two sides in a group that saw wins for Mulla and Ardrahan already. So that's the third game in that group of the Senior B Championship. Right here, it's Killimordaly working the weather better so far as the long range shot comes in from out the field in towards the post. Again, it's a poor effort and a wasted effort by Clarinbridge that goes out to the left hand side and wide. 4 minutes gone in the second half. Killimordaly 112, Clarinbridge 10 points. Looking to gather possession on the far side of the field there for Killimordaly was Aaron McDonough. Does well to come out with it, sees the ball pop away from him, however. The Clarinbridge man going to ground will earn the free. The wing back Shane Ryan. A couple of players getting to know each other on the far side of the field. Clarinbridge player goes to ground. Referee Paul Fahey is over there as well. Is he going to speak to a Killimordaly man? He is. The point scorer just a couple of moments ago. David Concannon going to pick up a yellow card from the referee, Paul Fay. Indeed it is. Carterbury. This all results then in a free for Clarinbridge, who've gone 5 scoreless minutes in the second half, but Nyland, Evan that is, has a free between the 265s, just under the stand on the far side of the field. As the rain begins to fall heavily here again, as Nyland strikes this one towards the post, strikes it high. The umpire has a look, goes for the white flag. That is Clarinbridge's first score of the second half. 112 now to 11 points, and Evan Nyland has got another point for his side. It's his 7th of the evening here, and it's come in the 36th minute of the contest. Pádraig Daly in no particular hurry, the Killimordaly goalkeeper, to take this one. But the in decides to go this side of the field, up to go for it. The hand goes up from the wing forward, Gavin Lee. He does well, pops the pass off now, and scoring opportunities. Shot comes in, it's a poor effort, it's going to tail out to the right and wide. The latest one from Sean Kilduff. Clarinbridge certainly not on fire up front today with their efforts on goal. They did lead in the first half on a couple of occasions, but just couldn't get far enough away from Killimordaly, who stayed within a point or two right throughout until that Brian Burke goal. As the rain pelts down here in Athenry now. Just absolutely horrendous conditions, as we keep alluding to. It's just not summertime hurling for sure. More reminiscent of something you'd see in October or November. As the ball has passed away over there, picked up by the wing back at the moment. Mark Lally sends the ball forward as players go slipping and sliding and slipping into each other. Picked up by Luke Linsky, tries to get it away, gets it off now. Chance here, but it's a half hooked in there, and the end of the race is on for possession here. Brian Burke beaten to it on this occasion by TJ Brennan, and TJ Brennan goes back to his goalkeeper Aaron Bendon, and Aaron Bendon goes left-handed in up to the corner back. Playing at centre half back there at the moment was Oisin Salmon, and Oisin Salmon sends that ball down along this side of the field. Coming out for there is the Killimordaly man, close to the sideline, holds on to possession, given off towards the wing forward Darren Daly, and Killimordaly launched the attack in. Lovely ball inside, a little bit of space now for the Killimordaly man to go at the goal. Takes a shot from out the field, shot gone high and over the bar. That's an excellent score. We'll give you the score in a couple of moments. It's so hard to see here right now. It looks like it's a midfielder in there. It's Paul Craven, I think, that got that score for Killimordaly. 113 to 11 points. Killimordaly 3 points to 1 in this second half have outscored Clarinbridge. That one coming in the 38th minute, and it's 113 to 11 points. Clarinbridge coming out with it here now. Good work. Offloaded towards Evan Nyland, finds a little bit of space, running at the Killimordaly defence. It should be a point for Clarinbridge. Indeed it is, and it is one for Evan Nyland, his 8th of the evening. This one from play, 113 to 12, so still those 4 points between the sides. 8 minutes gone in the second half, and Clarinbridge get their another point. We're going to have a substitute coming in here now as well. It looks like that the man coming in is Tommy Earls is going to come into the action. Who's going off the Killimordaly team? Instructions being given to the full forward, named on the starting 15, didn't start for Killimordaly, and off goes. It looks like it's number 10 that's coming off. Darren Daly has done his bit for Killimordaly, being called ashore by Nigel Shaughnessy, Colin Lynch, Clement Earls and Seamus Burke. They're the backroom team for Killimordaly. As we reach the 9-minute mark of this second half, ball close to the sideline, touched off the hand of a Clarinbridge player there. Trying to get onto it there is Éanna Ryan for Killimordaly. Every ball battled for as if their lives depended on it. Declan Connolly trying to come away with it. Gets it off, but it's taken away from him there by the Clarinbridge attack. Ball inside to Evan Nyland. Going to go for a score from this angle. Evan Nyland high, and Evan Nyland puts it over the bar. That's a super score. Intercepting a Killimordaly possession, and Evan Nyland from play probably hit the best point of the game so far. 39 minutes and a bit gone, and it's 113 to 13 points. Game on here in Kenny Park and Athenry in Group 1 of the Senior A Hurling Championship. Pádraig Daly from Killimordaly, the man with the puck out, the goalkeeper who's done nothing wrong so far in this game, delivers it long towards the centre half forward channel, picked up by Clarinbridge. Begin to find a little bit of space now in the bad out conditions. Shot comes in, the goalkeeper happy enough to let it off to the left hand side and wide. And the management of Clarinbridge shouting at the Clarinbridge players just to steady it down, not to be rushing their shots. 10 minutes now played in this second half. 113 to 13 points. As the puck out comes this side of the field. Éanna Ryan battling for it there for Clare Galway, or for Killimordaly, should I say. Picked up by Evan Island. He's going to get a free, and it's going to be a free for a slap across by Éanna Ryan. This all happening on the 65-metre line, down in front of us, 5 metres in from the sideline. And Clarinbridge, through the stick of Evan Island, will have an opportunity to bring it back to a 2-point ball game. It will also put Evan Island onto double figures for the evening. Dries the hurl thoroughly, going to leave nothing to chance here. Number 19, a substitute for Clarinbridge. David Lee has come into the action, being introduced. So both sides making use of their substitute bench, which is probably going to be really busy in the last quarter of this game, because such is the conditions. It's draining, it's tough out there, it's hard, and it has not let up. As we look out from our commentary position here, it's absolutely teeming down. As Paul Fahey probably can't believe he's standing out in the middle of a championship match in such conditions at the end of July. Thankfully, the Killimordaly player is okay to continue. Evan Island is happy enough now to have a pop at the posts here and try and bring it back to a 2-point ball game. And 11 and a half minutes gone in this second half, and Nyland with a free from a difficult position strikes it in, strikes it well, and strikes it out to the right hand side. It looked for one moment from here that it just crept inside the right hand upright, but the referee and officials working closely together. Are we looking at another substitute down in front of us here for Killimordaly? The linesman looking for the little piece of paper as just not going to happen just yet, I think, as Pádraig Daly is encouraged by the referee to puck the ball out and puck it long this side of the field. The Killimordaly man gets a touch on it in the middle of the field. Clarinbridge beginning to pick up a little bit more possession now as that ball is whipped along the ground inside towards Mark Kennedy. Opportunity now for Clarinbridge. Kennedy bearing down a goal, still going forward, strikes the ball one-handed and strikes it high and over the bar. That's an excellent score by Mark Kennedy, reducing it back to 113 now to 14 points. Mark Kennedy didn't have two hands in the hurl, just the one, didn't need the other one, and flicked that one up and over the bar, and that's an excellent score by him. As it's now looking at the clock, 43 minutes gone. Clarinbridge got the last 3 points, 113 to 14 points, a 2-point ball game. Killimordaly could do with another score now. They can do with the ball down the other end of the field. They're defending now for the last couple of minutes, and Clarinbridge putting on a little bit of pressure as the ball now comes towards Paul Craven, sends it inside. Could it break? It might just break for Killimordaly. Not scoring opportunity here, and that score has gone up and over the bar. Luke Linsky, not the biggest in stature, but big heart, has put that one up and over the bar. Luke Linsky has got a point, saw the break coming inside and managed somehow to flick it up and over the bar. Killimordaly get the score we talked about, 114 to 14 points. Clarinbridge now, on the other hand, have a substitute to give a pass inside. Bearing down on goal now is the wing back. Man over on the far side of the field. Oh, deflection got in there by Killimordaly. Great work. Ball hand passed off. Not the greatest pass in the world. Might still work out here as the players begin to get tired in Athenry. 13 and a half minutes gone in the second half. Killimordaly trying to work it forward. In possession is Brian Concannon, and Brian Concannon is held up over there. And the referee says that's a high tackle. It will be a free in to Killimordaly. Brian Burke will make his way out. 114 to 14 points. Brian Burke with 1-4 for Killimordaly. Evan Island with 9 points for Clarinbridge, 2 top scorers. As the linesman enjoys a little bit of a joke with a Killimordaly backroom team member. And again, the hurl has to be dried sufficiently for Brian Burke to concentrate on his effort. The sliotar looks shining, it looks new, it looks dry from here. There's a bag of all sorts being brought onto the pitch every time there's a free. But Brian Burke has an opportunity now to put 4 points between the sides again. He's been unerring from frees today so far for Killimordaly. Strikes this one, chalk it down, it's gone between the uprights. 115 to 14 points, and Brian Burke brings his personal tally to 1 goal and 5. And we're at the end of the third quarter. We're at the third quarter here. 45 minutes gone in the contest. Killimordaly get the last 2 scores. Ball now out to Evan Nyland again, and you can give that ball to Evan Nyland all day long in those positions, and he makes no mistake. Flicks it high over the bar, back to a 3-point ball game, 115 to 15 points. And Evan Nyland given the ball so handily, but not just that, the finishing of Evan Nyland is excellent once again. 46 minutes, 115 to 15 points. Puck out taken quickly, won by Clarinbridge. Hand pass forward, over hit towards Evan Nyland. As coming forward is the Clarinbridge man, gets the hand pass away, but it's a poor one. Goes to ground, the ball comes off a Clarinbridge player, but stays in play. As trying to get to it there is David Concannon. Concannon gets a little flick in. As a ruck develops down in front of us. Referee says it's not going to develop from there, so we'll go back, we'll throw it in, and a 3-point ball game. 115 to 15 points is the score here. Paul Craven needs attention down in front of us, being seen to by the medics and by the backroom team of Killimordaly. Speaking to the referee. Killimordaly led at half time by 110 to 10 points, and now they lead by 115 to 15. As we see the clock tick into the 17th minute of the second half, so 13 to go. There's a little bit of first aid is applied to Paul Craven. Referee Paul Fahy will have the stopwatch to restart after this bit of attention given. So play will resume with this throw in. Again, there's a large number of players in there. Killimordaly somehow managed to win it there. It comes back out the field towards the centre half back, David Concannon. That is an exceptional score by David Concannon. What a strike. 116 out of 15. And that's the second point of the second half for David Concannon. Long range effort. Straight, high and over the bar. And it's really his game on here now as Clarinbridge go in search of bringing back this deficit again of 4 points. Ball broken down towards the wing back for Killimordaly. Trying to come out with that ball. The referee has spotted that was picked off the ground by the wing back. Declan Conley couldn't help himself. It was like just there for the taking. He picked it off the ground. It'll give Nyland and Clarinbridge the opportunity to reduce it back to a puck of the ball again. But 116 to 15 points, and Evan Nyland is going for his 11th point of the evening with 18 minutes gone in the second half. This is Group 1 of the Senior A Championship in Galway. It's our second live stream game here in Kenny Park today. We had a great finish to the opening game as well between Ardrahan and Lee Mellows. I saw Ardrahan record a 5-point victory. Evan Nyland not interested in the first game. Interested right now in getting this ball over the bar. Strikes it high, strikes it very high, accurately and over. 116 to 16. Evan Nyland has now registered 11 points in this contest as we go into the 49th minute. Clarinbridge get another score. 116 to 16 points. Porrick Daly with the puck out for Killimordaly. Going to change to the far side of the field this time. Stand side of Kenny Park and Athenry. Up to go for it. Touchdown there by the wing forward. As we welcome listeners from Galway Bay FM. Killimordaly lead here by 116 to 16 points with 19 minutes gone on the clock. Killimordaly on the attack, playing into the dressing room end of Kenny Park in this second half. Brian Burke sees the ball go away from him, but it's been a great second half here. The sides, of course, at half time Killimordaly led by 110 to 10 points as that shot comes in from out the field from Killimordaly, gone out to the right hand side and wide. Evan Nyland has scored 11 points in this contest. Brian Burke has scored 1 goal and 5 points for Killimordaly. Killimordaly would have come into this as outsiders, that's for sure. Clarinbridge, last year's beaten finalists, very much the favourites for this game, but the conditions have played their part in this as well, as Evan Island goes for a ball over there, but it's taken away again by Killimordaly's wing back. He's had an outstanding game, Declan Connolly, at 5, gets the ball forward, only to a Clarinbridge player, and Clarinbridge now work it forward, in around the house it goes, ball out as far as the full forward, Keane Salmon now taking on his man, looking to drill the ball across the face of the goal. Great opportunity here for Mark Kennedy. Kennedy in, strikes the ball to the back of the net, and we're level in Kenny Park and Athenry. There was a goal in Clarinbridge, there was a goal in Mark Kennedy, and the ball came flying across the face of the goal, all set up by full forward Keane Salmon. And in the end, it came to Mark Kennedy, who made no mistake, stepped back inside. Evan Island has gone down with an injury down in front of us as well. But more importantly, the goal has come from Clarinbridge. It's come from Mark Kennedy. We've 10 minutes to go with 50 gone on the clock, and Clarinbridge get the goal that just might put them right back in contention here at the sides level at 116 to 116. Super piece of work initially in the build-up by Keane Salmon to have the time, the whereabouts, to look around, to see Mark Kennedy on the far side of the pitch in a little bit of space, needed to step back inside, did that, step back inside and rifle the ball to the back of the net. Level here in Kenny Park and Athenry with 9.5 minutes of normal time remaining. Evan Island happy enough and good enough to resume. Next score crucial, next possession crucial here in this Group 1 of the Senior A Hurling Championship. Puck out to come from Porrick Daly, the Killimordaly goalkeeper, beaten for the first time just a couple of moments ago by Mark Kennedy of Clarinbridge, as the ball is sent down the centre channel towards the centre half forward area, picked up back there by Clarinbridge's wing back. The man wearing 5 is Shane Ryan, sent in forward towards Salmon. Salmon now with a little bit of space inside. Kennedy's free as well if he needs him. Salmon goes to the goal. It goes whizzing across the face of the goal and out to the left hand side. Had he looked up on that occasion, Mark Kennedy I think was in there as well. The goalkeeper has gone to ground inside Porrick Daly, and referee is going to go in and just have a quick word to see if he's okay as the rain sheets across Kenny Park and Athenry. It really is now as much about visibility as anything else. The evening is getting dark, the rain is getting heavier, and the action will continue as the clock tells us we still have just over 8 minutes of normal time to go. Is there a winner in this one, or would both sides be happy enough with a draw at this stage? Porrick Daly needs to try and find one of his teammates as the umpire shelter from the rain down to our left hand side beside the post. The ball is driven out to the middle, picked up again there brilliantly by Shane Ryan. Shane Ryan off to Evan Island, and Evan Island from 50 metres out off the left strikes it in and strikes it up and over the bar. Killimordaly say it's gone wide, but it's gone. It's registered as a point for Clarinbridge. The referee going to go inside. The linesman this side of the field, not quite sure. He's going to talk to the referee either. Killimordaly are adamant that that's gone wide. Paul Fahey not quite sure what's happening either. I did not see the umpire raise the white flag. The linesman is coming in from this side of the field as well to have a word with Paul Fahey. What's the word from the sideline? The sideline is it's gone over the bar. Is it? He's registered the score. Still hasn't. Has gone up on the scoreboard. 116 to 117. Evan Island with his 12th point of the contest has given Clarinbridge the lead. 53 minutes gone in the game. Couple of scores have come from Clarinbridge, who now want to drive home from here. Killimordaly have put up a big fight to them. The shot will come in from the substitute 23 Josh Ryan from out the field high, but out to the left hand side and wide. 1-2 without reply for Clarinbridge have seen them turn this game around. They trailed by 4 after 48 minutes, but that goal by Mark Kennedy, points by Evan Island, have seen them go into a 1 point lead here. Ball breaks in the middle of the field towards David Concannon. He offloads it off towards Brian Concannon. Brian going forward. Brian is fouled, and Brian Burke surely will have the opportunity to level it up. Clarinbridge not happy. Shane Bannon in particular not happy. 10 minutes to go as well in the other game. Portumna lead by 1 point as well against the Hascrafona. 12 points to 11 in that game. Free is outside just inside the 45 metre line to Brian Burke of Killimordaly to try and level this one up. Again, the bag of tricks is called into play here as Brian Burke make sure that no hand slips when he goes for this point for Killimordaly. We told you he scored 1-5. Evan Island with 12 for the bridge. 5.5 minutes of normal time to go here. Brian Burke standing over this one for Killimordaly, can he equalise the contest? One last look at the post. Brian Burke strikes it high, low, strikes it in. His poor effort comes off his hurley, all wrong there. Killimordaly will be disappointed. Clarinbridge will be happy. So we just got over the 5 minutes left here. Killimordaly player goes in over the top there and wins the ball. Is spread in towards the full forward line. Coming out to try and get to it there is the number 14 that's brought in, Tommy Earls. Shot is half blocked down. Back there is TJ Brennan. Minding the house for Clarinbridge, completing the clearance, long over on the far side. As two Killimordaly players go to ground, is picked up by the substitute, David Lee for Clarinbridge. Little bit of space now to find the pass inside. Still going forward as the shot is eventually flicked in. The ball is flicked in. Two Killimordaly players go to ground. The referee is going to call it back for a free in for Clarinbridge for a foul earlier in that build up to that attack. And this will be an opportunity for Evan Island to put Clarinbridge 2 points ahead as the game goes into the last 4.5 minutes. 25.5 gone. Clarinbridge 117, Killimordaly 116. The word from the Clarinbridge bench down below us here, you can hear it clearly. Drive it on. Well, one man who certainly will drive it on and drive this one towards the post is Evan Island, already on a dozen points for his team. Strikes this one, strikes it high. The umpires like it. It's gone over the bar. 116 out to 118. Clarinbridge have finished this game strong to come back from being 4 points down. And one man in particular that's helping them in no small way is 13-point hero Evan Island. 56 minutes gone. The last 4 scores have come to. Player goes to ground. Again, it's a Clarinbridge player. Again, looks like it's the wing forward, Mike Daly. That'll be a free in. 118 to 116. Another point, you think, might just seal it for Clarinbridge. Evan Island making his way over. Thankfully, the Clarinbridge player fit to resume. Evan Island then with the opportunity to get this one forward towards the post. He drives it high, he drives it long. He makes no mistake whatsoever. You just can't afford to give frees away to the likes of Evan Island. I make it 14 points now for the centre half forward, and we're in the last 2.5 minutes here in Kenny Park and Athenry. Have Killimordaly ran out of steam at the end, or Clarinbridge just managed to courtesy of that goal being lifted by Mark Kennedy. But you can be sure of one thing, Killimordaly will not give up as Oisin Salmon tries to get the ball forward. Another player goes to ground, not for the first time today. The studs on every boot being tested here now as the referee calls back the play. Not quite sure if he's going to throw this one in. He is. We've 2 minutes of normal time remaining. We'll keep a close ear out for how much time is to be added on at the end of this one. Right now you're going to have to fancy Clarinbridge to go on and win, leading by 3 at the business end of the evening here. Killimordaly will be hoping for a couple of extra added on minutes at the end of this if they're to resurrect something from this. Again, the throwing ball results in not a lot happening. Killimordaly trying to come away with it. Good work there by the man coming out with it and being awarded a free. It looks like it was the wing back on that occasion that managed to somehow gather possession, somehow get out of it, Ian Cannon. And the free will be taken by David Concannon. It needs to be up at the other end of the field right now. David was going to call for the goalkeeper to come out and take this one. 3 points separate the sides. A minute to go on my stopwatch of normal time. As that ball is launched down top of Brian Burke. Comes off the hand of the centre half forward. Now playing a full forward. The Clarinbridge player goes to ground. The clearance is completed this side of the field. Clarinbridge trying to get to it. The man with no hurdle manages to get a touch on it. And again, that's a high tackle by Ian Cannon on the midfielder, Sean Kilduff. The upshot of it all is it will be an opportunity for none other than Evan Island from long way out back inside his own 65-metre line to probably wrap this game up. If Clarinbridge go 4 ahead, you think that's probably it, as we wait the announcement of added on time from the 4th official on the PA system in the far side. But Evan Island now with this opportunity, standing over. 4 minutes of added on time, we can tell you, that's just been announced here as Evan Island strikes it over, and Evan Island goes for the point, comes back off the goalkeeper, tips it down. Would you believe it? It would have been a 4-point advantage. The ball is out the field, won by Killimordaly, so we're just seconds away now from going into that added on time as the ball is cleared by Killimordaly. Out the field it goes, up, gathered brilliantly by Luke Linsky in the middle of the field and sent forward. Ball in over the top, too much on that however, and Clarinbridge can deal with it inside, and the ball comes out the side of the field. Too much on that as well as it gone out over the sideline. It is gone out over the sideline, and it's a sideline ball for Killimordaly. We'll just need to move it quickly now, as we'll keep you up to date as well what's happening in the other games. Once we get them, we can tell you that it's Turlockmore 2-18, Castlegar 1-10, and added on time there. You need to check the Portumna Hasker game as well. 12 points for a Hasker, 15 for Portumna. That's the latest we have there. But staying with the action here, an opportunity maybe for Killimordaly to get in. The player goes to ground, and we just have over 3 minutes of additional time left here as coming away with it on the far side of the field. Soling up with it is Shane Ryan, loses it, taken away from him there by Brian Burke. Brian Burke turns around, strikes it left-handed in over the top to no one in particular. Chance to go back there for the Clarinbridge man. Ball close to the sideline. Play on, says the referee, as the ball is eventually gathered safely there by Oisin Salmon. Tried to come out with it, goes to ground, puts the head down. Still going forward. It's all a little bit messy and scrappy in there at the moment. But who else is back there? Only Evan Nyland. Nyland, the scorer of 14 points, I make it today for Clarinbridge, comes away with it, drives it long, but it's only into the hands of the wing back, Declan Conley. Killimordaly, he's beaten to it, and Mark Kennedy will have a chance to seal it here as well. From way out the field, Mark Kennedy, high, and Mark Kennedy makes no mistake. 120 to 116, and Mark Kennedy gets that latest point for Clarinbridge. The referee is going to go back to take the puck out again. We're 2 minutes away from the final whistle here. We're in the 62nd minute. It really has been a fantastic closing quarter by Clarinbridge, who trailed by 4 at one stage, but now have somehow managed to turn this around its head and look like they're going to run out victors here. But Killimordaly might have other ideas just for a moment or two. Ball picked up by Ian Cannon out in the middle of the field, soling forward, pop pass inside. Killimordaly player still trying to get onto that ball. It might still work out. Ian Cannon has it now. He needs to offload it. Little pass outside. Doesn't work for him, however. It's picked off brilliantly in there by Josh Ryan and off to TJ Brennan. And Clarinbridge have dealt with the danger from Killimordaly, and they want to finish with a flourish. They want to finish with a score. Out it goes to Sean Kilduff in the middle of the field. Long range effort from Sean Kilduff, high, and Sean Kilduff puts it up and over the bar. There were umpires having a word there with some of the players. It looks like to me that ball has gone over the bar. Has it been? It is now. 121. Wonderful effort by Sean Kilduff late on in this game. 5 points between the sides. 63 minutes gone. So we got a minute left of the additional added on time. It's 121 to 116. 48 minutes were gone in this contest when Killimordaly led by 116 to 15 points. But 1-6 without reply from Clarinbridge has seen this game being turned around, and the fancy Clarinbridge have dealt with what was thrown at them earlier on by Killimordaly. But both sides, as I say, deserve great credit for producing such a high scoring game in such horrendous conditions. And it's still not over yet, but we are in the final 30 seconds on my watch. Referee Paul Fahy is going to bring it forward. This is one last throw of the dice for Killimordaly to get what probably will be, you'd imagine, a consolation score at this late stage. David Concannon is the man that will take this to drop it in around the house. David Concannon drops it in straight into Clarinbridge player, but picked up by Luke Linsky. Killimordaly now bearing down on goal, looking for an opportunity to strike the ball. Referee says play on, no foul there. And coming out with it is the Clarinbridge man. Referee very close to blowing the full-time whistle here now, as coming out to try and get to it there is Declan Conley. Declan beaten to it by Keen Salmon. Keen Salmon going forward now, and referee Paul Fahey says enough is enough. It's all over here in Kenny Park and Athenry. Group 1 of the Senior A Championship. The spoils have gone to last year's beaten finalists, Clarinbridge. They've withstood a great performance by Killimordaly, but in the end, the last 10 or 15 minutes all belonged to the men from the bridge, outscoring Killimordaly by 1-6 to no score. Killimordaly had led by 116 to 15 points with 12 minutes of normal time to go. But the goal by Mark Kennedy and a plethora of points from Sean Kilduff, Evan Nyland and Mark Kennedy have seen them record a 5-point victory in the end. 121 for Clarinbridge, Killimordaly 116, 14 points for winners Evan Nyland. Some excellent points from play and from place balls. See them register their opening win in Group 1 of the Senior A Championship, and a wonderful battle between two wholly committed sides in can only be described as winter-like conditions. So that is the final score here from Kenny Park in Athenry. It's finished in Group 1 of the Senior A Galway Championship for 2022. Clarinbridge 121, Killimordaly 116. From me, Tommy Devan, for now, good evening.